Hi, this is the third part of my series on the song Get Back by the Beatles. These are the guitar solos played by John Lennon. I'll just play the first one slowly. So that's a slide into the 11th fret of the G string, then 6 or so hits on the 10th fret of the B string, then 12th fret of the B string, bend up a whole step. Then while you're holding the bend, play the 12th fret of the high E string, then bring the bend on the B string back down again. 10B, 11G, 10B. So that line, just slowly. Next line, slowly, goes like this. So that's a slide on the A string from 7 to 9. Then D7, D9, G7, G5, D7, G5. So you can play it a number of ways. I mean, you slide up and then on the D string hammer on, or sometimes I play it like this. You can take your pick really and muck around with that. That's the first part of the solo. Continuing on, the next lick, we come back up to this little triad on 10, 11, 12, and we slide again into the G11, B10, B12, bend up a step, high E12, then bring the B string bend back down, 10B, 11G, 10B, then back down to this run on the 5th fret. I'll just go through it again. Slide from 7 to 9 on the A, then 7 to 9 on the D, then 5G. Sorry, I missed a note. So it's start again. 7 to 9 on the A, 7 to 9 on the D, then land on the G7, then G5, D7, G5. Okay, next lick, slowly first. So that's a semitone bend on the G7, then G5, D7, G5, G7 semitone bend up, G5, D7, G5. Again slowly. That's the whole solo, once through slowly. Just bend that note, that blues note. Now you might have noticed I played the lick a little bit differently up here. You know, instead of going I went. Okay, it's just a variation that slips in occasionally. Doesn't matter, you can play that or not play it. I think Lennon plays it all the way through. Okay, that's the first solo. Second solo is a sort of variation on the same theme. Play it through slowly and then we'll break it down. Okay, so once more we're going to play that little triad on the 10th, 11th and 12th frets. Slide into the G11. This time there's a sort of stuttering effect when we play this B10. So instead of going, you get him going. Okay, so the first note of each couplet is muted. Then we'll go to B12 again and bend it up one whole step. 12E, bend the B string back down. 10B, 11G, 10B. Next line is the one that we're familiar with down here, which is A string 7, slide up to 9. A D string hammer on from 7 to 9. Then play G7, G5, D7, G5. Okay, and then another lick that we're familiar with as well, slowly. So that's B7 bent up half a tone, a semitone. B5, D7, G5, then G7 bent up a semitone. G5, D7, G5. Next run, we come back up to the little triad again on the 10, 11 and 12. So slide into 11G, the little couplets on 10B. Bend the B string up a full step. High 12E, bend the B string back down. 10B, 11G, 10B. This time we'll follow on with this. So that's 12th fret of the B string being bent up half a step each time and then coming back down and landing on a B10. So it happens 4 times like that. And then this little lick. Right, so it's half step bend of 12B, 10B, 11G, 10B, another half step bend of 12B, 10B, 11G, 10B, 12B. Okay. And that's the end of the guitar solos. One other thing I might just say about the song, I don't think I mentioned earlier, is with the rhythm parts, you want to try and mix them up a bit. So in particular, when you're chugging along on the normal rhythm part, when you come to the guitar, to the piano solo, it's really nice to leave a bit of space for the piano And so you might just make the guitar a bit more sparse, but by just playing this. The same thing goes for coming back into the song after the second break. There's 2 breaks where McCartney sort of ad-libs a vocal. When you come back in after the second break, again, if you just keep it nice and sparse and chunky, it's much better, rather than going. Just try and get a sort of muted, chunky feel happening. And I think it sounds better. That's all. Thanks for listening and enjoy the song.